Avengers. Infinity War, 2018. Synopsis. Spoiler. Thanos and his children, Proxima Midnight, Ebony Maw, Corvus Glaive, and Cull Obsidian, have gone after Thor's Asgardian transport looking for the Space Stone, which is housed in the Tesseract that Loki had taken before Asgard's annihilation. With Thanos previously having the Power Stone subsequent to pulverizing Xandar, Thanos' military quickly overcomes the Asgardians. After a purposeless counter-assault from the Hulk, Loki offers the Tesseract to Thanos in return for Thor's life, just to be committed suicide, when Thanos expects Loki's endeavor to deceive and kill him. Minutes before Glaive kills him, Heimdall utilizes the force of the Bifrost to send Hulk to Earth. Thanos and his children then, at that point, withdraw soon after Thanos utilizes the Power Stone to obliterate the boat, abandoning a grieving Thor and abandoned in space. A mass accident lands at the Sanctum Sanctorum in New York City, and is returned to Bruce Banner, who illuminates Stephen Strange and Wong about Thanos' looming appearance. Abnormal and Banner contact Tony Stark and brief him about the Infinity Stones and Thanos. Acknowledging they should track down Vision to safeguard the Mind Stone inserted in his mind, Stark acknowledges he should connect with Steve Rogers to observe Vision, who has gone off the network with Wanda Maximoff. All at once, Maw and Obsidian show up in New York to hold onto the Time Stone from Strange, and Stark, Strange, Wong, and Peter Parker stand up to them. Having been damaged by his loss on account of Thanos, Banner finds himself incapable to change into the Hulk and help in the fight. Throat weakens and catches Strange. Stark and Parker seek after his spaceship off Earth, while Wong stays behind to safeguard the Sanctorum. Flag contacts the other Avengers. In Scotland, where Wanda Maximoff and Vision have been stowing away, the two are trapped by Midnight and Glaive, yet Steve Rogers, Natasha Romanoff, and Sam Wilson fend them off. They choose to look for cover in the Avengers facility in upstate New York, where they meet James Rhodes, who is indeed portable with bionic leg supports. Vision recommends that Maximoff obliterate the stone in his brow to hold Thanos back from recovering it. Wanda promptly declines anyway. Rogers recommends that they travel to the one spot that has the innovation to securely eliminate the stone from Vision without killing him, Wakanda. Thor is saved by the Guardians of the Galaxy, who had gotten the Asgardian boat's misery call. Thor surmises that Thanos would next be after the Reality Stone, which is in the ownership of the Collector in Nowhere, yet first, he should recover another weapon fit for killing Thanos from the dwarven planet of Nidavellir, where the main products that can make such a weapon exists. Thor orders Rocket with him to Nidavellir, while Peter Quill, Gamora, Drax, and Mantis travel to Nowhere. On the way there, Gamora converses with Quill, making him vow to kill her on the off chance that the circumstance introduces itself. Plume hesitantly guarantees he will. In Nowhere, Thanos ambushes the Guardians, having as of now recovered the Reality Stone, and made a deception of an unblemished Nowhere to trap them. He catches Gamora after an urgent second, when Gamora asks Quill to kill her, utilizing the Space Stone to get away. Thanos uncovers that he realizes that Gamora definitely knows the area of the Soul Stone subsequent to prying data from a tormented nebula. Cloud escapes and signals the leftover Guardians to meet her on Titan, Thanos' homeworld. Thanos and Gamora travel to the planet of the Soul Stone, Vormir, where the Red Skull, the stone's guardian, illuminates him that recovering the stone conveys a weighty value. It must be recovered by forfeiting the existence of somebody he genuinely cherishes. In spite of his hesitance, Thanos mournfully loses Gamora a tall bluff to her demise, and has conceded the Soul Stone. Unmistakable and Parker salvages Strange from Maw's dungeon, and jump-start Maw out of the boat, killing him. Abnormal accepts they should withdraw to safeguard the Time Stone. However, Stark deviates. He accepts they should accept the battle to Thanos as opposed to withdrawing as they've done before. The three leave to stand up to Thanos on Titan, where they meet Quill, Drax, and Mantis and figure out how to eliminate Thanos' glove. While talking about their strategies, Strange purposes the Time Stone to see substitute prospects. letting them know he'd seen 14,605,000 of them, with one in particular where the Avengers win. Thanos magically transports to Titan, where, after a concise discussion with Strange intended to divert him, the Gathering draws in Thanos hand to hand and figures out how to stifle him. Mantis can quiet Thanos while Peter and Tony endeavor to pry the glove from his arm. Plume and Nebula, who'd showed up on Titan during the fight, find that Gamora is dead. A maddened Quill fights back, hitting Thanos and breaking the Gathering's hang on him. Thanos takes the glove back and overcomes the Gathering, taking steps to kill Stark except if Strange gives him the Time Stone. Abnormal does as such and tells Tony they've entered the final stage. Thanos adds the stone to his glove and leaves Titan. Thor, Rocket, and Groot show up at a deserted and barren Nidavellir. Thor is confused that the monster manufacture is latent. The monster dwarf Eitri lets them know that Thanos constrained the dwarves to make his glove. Consequently, Thanos killed every one of the dwarves aside from Eitri. Subsequent to laboring to reactivate the produce and reignite the neutron star that powers it, the four make Stormbreaker, a fight hatchet that fills in as Thor's new weapon and awards him the force of the Bifrost. In the meantime, the Avengers show up in Wakanda and task Shuri with securely extricating the Mind Stone from Vision. Thanos' Outrider armed force shows up and starts going after Wakanda, and the Avengers, close by the assembled Wakandan armed forces drove by King T'Challa, mount a guard against Thanos' powers. Glaive invades Shuri's lab and assaults Vision. The Outriders start overpowering the shielding armed forces before Thor, Rocket, and Groot show up to join the fight. The tide is by all accounts turning for the Avengers. Midnight, Obsidian, and Glaive are killed. However, Thanos shows up for the Mind Stone. A mournful Maximoff obliterates the still embedded Mind Stone in Vision to keep Thanos from recovering it. Yet Thanos utilizes the Time Stone to switch the occasion and pry out the Mind Stone from Vision, killing him once more. Thor assaults and drives Stormbreaker into Thanos' chest, yet Thanos endures to the point of snapping his fingers with the glove. In a distant world, he tracks down Gamora as a youngster. At the point when he affirms that he accomplished his objective, she asks him what it cost. His response is, everything. Back on Earth, Thor looks on with sickening apprehension as Thanos, his glove currently battered from the work, and his left arm and part of his chest consumed, transports away. Thanos' objective of annihilating a portion of all life in the universe happens. As expected, as individuals start breaking down, Bucky Barnes, T'Challa, Groot, Maximoff, Wilson, Mantis, Drax, Star-Lord, Strange, and Parker all go to debris and disappear. In Wakanda, just Rogers, Thor, Banner, Romanoff, James Rhodes, Rocket, Okoye, and M'Baku survive from the legends. On Titan, just Nebula and Stark are left alive. Thanos stirs on another rich, green planet, his chest wound recuperated, and calmly watches the dusk, grinning marginally, fulfilled at having accomplished his definitive objective. Synopses: the Avengers and their partners should forfeit, all trying to overcome the strong Thanos before his rush of demolition and ruin stops the universe. As the Avengers and their partners have kept on safeguarding the world from dangers excessively enormous for any one legend to deal with, another risk has risen up out of the inestimable shadows: Thanos. An autocrat of intergalactic notoriety, he wants to gather each of the 6 Infinity Stones, relics of unbelievable power, and use them to incur his bent will for all of the real worlds. All that the Avengers have battled for has paved the way to this second. The destiny of Earth and presence has never been more unsure. Since Earth has placed its imprint on the universe through the Avengers, all superheroes, including ones from different pieces of the galaxy, should unite to prevent the strong Thanos from taking all the Infinity Stones and obliterating the universe, each planet in turn. The distraught Titan Thanos, Josh Brolin, starts his chase after the most impressive items known to mankind, the Infinity Stones, in this film. With the Space Stone, given by Loki, Tom Hiddleston, and the Power Stone, Thanos sends Ebony Maw, Cull Obsidian to recover the Time Stone from Doctor Strange. Benedict Cumberbatch sends Proxima Midnight and Corvus Glaive to recover the Mind Stone from Vision, Paul Bettany. In the interim, Tony Stark, Robert Downey Jr., gets together with Bruce Banner, Mark Ruffalo, and magicians Doctor Strange, Benedict Cumberbatch, and Benedict Wong. With assistance from Peter Parker, Spider-Man, Tom Holland, Stark and Strange combine powers and consent to stop Thanos. In space, Thor, Chris Hemsworth, additionally works together with the Guardians of the Galaxy, Star-Lord, Chris Pratt, Drax, Dave Bautista, Rocket, Bradley Cooper, Groot, Vin Diesel, Mantis, Palm Clementif, and Gamora, Zoe Saldana, the little girl of Thanos who warns Thor of his power. Thor ventures out a way to overcome Thanos with Rocket and Groot, while different Guardians combine efforts with Stark, Strange, and Parker. In Wakanda, Steve Rogers, Chris Evans, and his group, Black Widow, Scarlett Johansson, Falcon, Anthony Mackie, Scarlet Witch, Elizabeth Olsen, War Machine, Don Cheadle, and Bruce Banner to safeguard Vision and the Mind Stone in his temple. With assurance given from King T'Challa, Black Panther, Chadwick Boseman, and his Wakandan armed force, Thanos will come for everybody to annihilate a large portion of the universe. 2 years after the Leipzig battle and promptly following the annihilation of Asgard, the Avengers and the Guardians of the Galaxy discover what the Mad Titan Thanos is seeking.